About 2 weeks ago, the Chiefs flat out beat themselves. 13 penalties, a blown lead, a kickoff out of bounds, and a fluky touchdown. That should have never happened. But fast forward to this past Sunday, and that's the same team walked into Sunday Night Football against Detroit and reminded everybody who runs the AFC. Yeah, you know. No excuses, no refs, no luck, just domination. Pure and simple. So we got to talk about what changed, what clicked, and why this squad suddenly looks like the Chiefs we all expected. Welcome to the Adam Kennedy Show. I'm your host, AK The Ref. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are an audio only podcast right now. It will be uploaded on YouTube. So subscribe to the YouTube pages until I get my setup done. We will continue to be audio only. So let's get into it. But before we celebrate about that great Lions win we just had, we got to rewind to where things went wrong, right? We got to talk about what happened in that Jacksonville game. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on it, but we got to talk about it, right? Because it happened. Should have won the game, but things happen, right? We get up to a 14-0 lead, and then all of a sudden the momentum shifts, and we have a collapse, right? You talk about before the last drive, before Jacksonville's last drive, right? We just went down. We had a beautiful drive that took almost 7 minutes off the clock, right? All we need is our defense to go out there and stop them. But what happens on the ensuing kickoff? Kick out of bounds. They get the ball at the 40. You can't have those things happen, right? You get to the very Jacksonville's last offensive play. It's about on the 2 or 3 yard line. Snaps the ball. He falls down. Trips over the center's foot. Or center steps on his foot. He falls down. He's there for like a good second. Tries to get up. Falls down again. Gets up. Proceeds to get up. Runs to his left. Breaks a tackle and scores a touchdown for them to go up. I just don't understand. Chris Jones was frozen on that play, but he later owned it later that week. But the killer, 13 penalties. You're not winning any football game with 13 penalties. I don't care who you are, right? You cut that number in half and you probably leave Jacksonville with a win instead of a loss. Like, even if you cut those penalties in half, definitely. But that loss forced them to look in the mirror, and what came next on Sunday Night Football at Arrowhead against Detroit looked like a team that heard every bit of that criticism, right? And we got to look at Detroit. Detroit came in like averaging like almost 30 a game. That offense was dynamic with the run game, with the pass game. Amar St. Brown, you had Jameson Williamson, you got the two-headed dual monster running game, and Jared Goff leading it, right? That's a top 5 offense. They opened the game with a 9-minute drive against the Chiefs, but they only walked away with 3 points. That set the tone for the rest of the game. 9-minute drive. I know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to have a long drive to take less possessions away from the Chiefs, but the way the Chiefs offense has been playing the last few weeks against the Ravens, they put up 30. Against the Jacksonville, they put up 28. You can't go into that game thinking like, we'll have long drives and give them less possessions. That only works if you score touchdowns. If you score field goals and they score touchdowns, those long drives don't matter, right? KC, the Kansas City defense, Titans, they shut the run down because that's really where the Lions excel offensively is that run game. That's what opens up their pass game. And the Chiefs have been very good against every team's run this season so far. You make Jared Goff beat you. Force him to throw, and it shows. You shut down that run game, Jared Goff is not that guy. He's a good quarterback if everything else is going good. If the run game's going good, you play off that. But we shut down that run game. Goff, like I said, is good. But when that run game's gone, he's not Mahomes. He's not Josh Allen. You take away that balance, and he starts to look ordinary. Like I said, he's still a good quarterback. He's better than most other quarterbacks in the league. So I'm not taking nothing away from him. I just think he's not Mahomes. He's not Allen. He's not, I don't even want to say Lamar right now because I can't even put him where he's at. Like, I think the best quarterbacks in the league right now are Mahomes and Josh Allen. So that's where we are, right? I still think the defense played well. They stopped the run. They got pressure on Goff when they needed to. You still like to see the front four get a lot more pressure without having to blitz. But the defense played relentless Sunday Night Football last week. My God, look what they did. Noah Williams was back in the rotation. That allows McDuffie to slide inside and play that slot corner where he excels and he's able to blitz. You see what happens when you put your good players in? Shit changes. The defense is good, right? The whole unit looked good. Like from the D line to the linebackers to the secondary. The Detroit couldn't do nothing. You held them to 17 points. But like I said, putting Noah Williams back in there helps in the secondary. He needs to play. He needs to start. That's just where we're at with that. Right. And while the defense was locking it down in the pass and run game defensively against Detroit, the offense is just taking that next step. I think they found their rhythm back in the second half of the Giants game. That's when they found their rhythm, and they just continued to build on that. Especially when they got Worthy back, and he played against the Ravens, and they just went out there and just, nope, here we go, try this. You ain't beating us. Oh my God, it was beautiful, right? It was beautiful, right? And in this game, it was even more. It was just like they just went off on their defense. And granted, they had a few secondary pieces out, but they still had that D line. I mean, next man up. You know what I'm saying? But Mahomes is cooking. He spread it around to everybody. I mean, Hollywood Brown went off this game, and they dropped another 30. They dropped 30 on the Detroit Lions, who are supposed to be one of the best teams in the league, especially the best team one of the best teams in the NFC, which I don't think they look like. Right? Kelce had his best game of the year. Hollywood Brown, like I said, just out here 2 tubs. Come on now. And I forgot to put him in my fantasy team. Oh my, I had him. I wasn't paying attention. I thought I had him started, but I didn't. But I still won my fantasy game. But if I would have had them, it would have been easy, easy money. Worthy stretching the field, making plays. You got Pacheco running angry. You got Hunt doing his thing. And you got Rashard Smith, the rookie running back. Every time he catches the ball, he's just got that burst of speed. You got that dynamic. All 3 of those running backs are different, and you put them in there, it's like boom, boom. It's like, oh, what are we doing? And sometimes he'll be in there while Pacheco's in there. He'll be like lined up as like a slot going in motion. I'll be like, I just want to see him get more touches too. I know there's a lot. The ball's got to get spread around to a lot of people. And then you had Jalen Moore, who wasn't even supposed to be at the game because I believe his baby was being born, but he wasn't even supposed to play because Josh Simmons had to go take care of personal matters. And so they had to call Jalen Moore up, who we signed in free agency even before the draft, before we even signed Josh Simmons. Gets a call like a couple hours before the game. It's like, hey, you need to come play. We need you to start. And he just went out there, went toe to toe with Aiden Hutchinson, and he held his own. He held his own. That's the type of stuff that makes a great team. When somebody can just come up and like, yeah, I got you. Let's go. Let's go do this. That is what it's all about, and I fucking love it. The only downside, special teams overall look good. I mean, the only downside is Bucker missed another extra point or field goal. I'm not sure, but I remember my wife said because I have the job, so with the Chiefs on the game days, and I don't get to my seat until like mid first quarter, maybe towards the end of the first quarter. So I didn't see the field goal, but they said it was a bad miss, right? And we just can't have that. I mean, yeah, it's not affecting us now because we're just dominating these teams, but when you get to the playoffs, it gets tighter. It gets harder. We're going to need Bucker, to figure this thing out. You can't leave points on the board, right? The kicking game is one of the things that we didn't have to worry about. Now we're worrying about it. It's every week. It's something. He's got to figure it out. He really does. Everything else looks playoff Super Bowl ready right now. Defense, offense, we get that figured out. The rest of the special teams is good. Kickoff return, punt, I'm not worried about. I mean, punt return. I mean, everything else aside from like kickoffs. Just that one kickoff, but it's the field goals. It's the extra points. We need to figure it out, right? So we've put that all together. The discipline, the balance, the depth. It brings us to where we are now. Fucking Raider week. I'm a Raider hater. I hate the Raiders. It goes in this order. Like in the terms of the division, it goes Raiders, Broncos, Chargers are just there. I've never had that like hate for the Chargers. Maybe when Phillip Rivers was playing, definitely, because he always talks shit. But now it's just like I just want to beat the Chargers because I'm tired of everybody always talking about how good they are. But it probably goes Raiders, Broncos, Chargers in that order. Raider week, I just don't like the Raiders. They're annoying. I just every time we play the Raiders, I just want to beat them, right? It's Raider week. It hits different. Like I grew up in the 90s, like, right? I was born in 85. So when the Chiefs got good again, when they got like Joe Montana and Marty Schottenheimer's like, it's Raider week. We have to beat the Raiders. I hate the fucking Raiders. That's what I grew up with. And it's still like that for me. I don't give a fuck how bad or how good the Raiders are, or how bad or how good our team is, the Chiefs. And when it's Raider week, I want to beat the shit out of them and embarrass them. because I love it. Because Raider fans sometimes can be annoying. So can Broncos fans. There's no Chargers fans, so I don't have any Charger fans to be annoyed by because I don't think there's any real Charger fans. That's just me. That's a lot of people. But Raiders fans, oh my God, that's so annoying. They're passionate. They love their team. They support their team. Ugh, Raider week, baby. I got one guy I always go back and forth with that I know who's a Raiders fan. We always go back and forth on social media. But it's fun though. But I just don't like the Raider week. You know, there's that hate. There's that rivalry. There's that history. It's real. If you grew up in the 90s as a Chiefs fan, you know what I'm talking about. No, it didn't go away. Marty Schottenheimer made sure you knew that we don't like the Raiders and we're gonna beat their ass. That's a real rivalry, right? And you know what else happens this week? Sunday, tomorrow at noon, Rice returns. I don't even know if that's the missing piece, but you add Rice back in the mix with Brown, Worthy, Kelce. Who else we got? You added Noah Gray receiving wise, and you add Pacheco and even Hunt and Smith as the running backs in the pass game. Yeah, good luck stopping that. The league is cooked. Good luck. Good luck. Right? I expect Rice, first play of the game, Chiefs off. The first play of the Chiefs offense, the first offensive play of the game for the Chiefs, it's going to Rice. Oh, it is. It's going to Rice. He's probably a drag route across the middle. He's getting and turning upfield. It's going to Rashee Rice. First play of the game for the Chiefs offensively. It's going to Rice, right? So he's back. And fuck Juju. Juju out here balling too. I forgot about Juju. Come on now. Juju. I forgot about Juju. I mean, Jesus has so many weapons now. I think this is the best wide receiver core they've had. Consistency. They are really good. And you put Worthy and Rice on the field, and you got Brown hitting the stride, you got Kelce playing, you got Juju, you got Thornton, you got Pacheco, you got Smith, you got Gray, you got Hunt. Like, what are we doing here? I'm telling you, the league is cooked. Good luck. I think the key offensively this week is just keeping an eye on Jalen Moore and see what he does against Max Crosby. Can he hold his own? And also Jawan Taylor. I think it's going to be the tackles. But if Jalen Moore did what he did last week, I ain't worried. I mean, they have some injuries in their secondary. They do have a good pass rush for the Raiders. So it's just about holding Max Crosby, which that in itself, every time he plays the Chiefs, he wants to beat them because him and Mahomes have that rivalry that they get in each other's faces. So I'm looking forward to it. Defensive key for us, shut down the Raiders run game. Make Geno Smith beat you. That's really what it comes down to. Ashton Genty, rookie running back, very good, can break off 70-yard runs like it's nobody's business. But we've been pretty good against the run. None of them running backs have ran wild over the Chiefs' defense. So if we can shut down their run game and make Geno Smith beat us, I'll take that, right? And here's the thing I always say, and I'm very confident. On paper, we should beat the ever-living shit out of the Raiders. It shouldn't even be a close game. But here's the one thing I always say about division games. They're never easy. Even when one team is clearly better, right? The Chiefs are clearly better than the Raiders. But it's the division game. That team is going to come to play. Best believe. The Raiders are going to come to play. They're playing the Chiefs, probably the best team now in the NFL. They're not record-wise, but you watched them the last couple weeks. Well, they're the best team. The Raiders are going to come to play. They're going to come to rain down on our parade. And it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a physical game. I expect it maybe to be close in the first half, but then the second half, the Chiefs are just going to pull away. The Chiefs, here's my prediction. 35-10. 35-10. I can see something at like halftime where it's like 14-10, 14-7, right? Come the second half, I mean, I could also see the Chiefs just dominating from start to finish. But it's a division game, so I have some respect for that. 35-10. Offense keeps rolling. Defense keeps eating. With Rice back, the league is officially on notice. You cooked. Goodbye. Let's go. We're just going to keep rocking and rolling. You got to look back from 13 penalties in Jacksonville to a statement win against Detroit on Sunday Night Football for the whole world to see. That's what champions do. They learn, they adjust, and they come back stronger. And this week, the Chiefs are locked in, right? They're locked in again. It's Raiders week. It's time. Rashee Rice is coming back. The run game is starting to pick up a little. The passing attack is just good luck, defenses, to stopping that. And the defense is just playing mean. The rest of the AFC, you have been warned. The AFC runs to Kansas City, and we will host yet another Arrowhead Invitational. That's all I got for today. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'm AK the Ref on the Adam Kennedy Show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Share the episode. Comment. Drop your thoughts below in the comments on who impressed you the most in last week's game against Detroit and what you're looking forward to against in this Raiders game tomorrow at noon. Well, yeah, we play a noon game. It's like one of our few noon games we have this year, which I'm excited about. But I have to be there at 6 in the morning, so boy. But hope you have a rest of your good weekend. And either way, the Chiefs are back, and Raider Weeks is about to get ugly because I don't like the Raiders. With that said, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, I'm out. Peace!